questions.
When you take a look at the rebound column on the stat sheet, you guys had 55, they had 33. That's a ridiculous differential. Talk about Mitchell Robinson and his contributions.
Our bench was terrific, and led by Mitch. I thought Bogey gave us really good minutes, and Deuce did as well. So those three guys gave us a big lift. You know, we had to dig out of the hole to start the game. Then the rebounding was big, and we had to withstand. You know, we started slowly, and then we started the third quarter slowly, but we found a way to win.
With Deuce, just how much of a burst of life did he give you guys there early in the first half when you checked in?
Huge. I think, you know, it's not just the shot making, but it's the energy, it's the defense, it's the hustle, and that goes a long way.
Josh struggling offensive much of the night. 3 threes, 13 points in the fourth quarter. Just kind of
Yeah, I don't want to overlook his contribution because he was a monster throughout. You know, big rebounds, tough defense, hustle plays, big shots at the end, coming up with loose balls, and that's what this is. This is, you know, you got to show toughness.
Coach, it was an anomaly. All the starters were plus minus negative, 3 bench players plus 20 or more. Can you just talk about just the balance that they provided tonight?
Yeah, and we started the game slowly, and I thought it changed when the energy of the bench came in. And so, we need everyone. So tonight it was the bench. You got to win games different ways. The rebounding was huge for us. We made some threes that I think that timely ones, particularly late, and that was big as well. But we, you know, obviously there's a lot of things to clean up too.
Can you explain the slow start?
Embiid got going on us pretty good. So, and look, some of them were defended well. Some of them we got to do a better job. But you know, it's a 48-minute game, so that's the way you have to look at it. Is a guy can make a tough shot or make a shot, and then you got to keep going. You have to have staying power. So I thought, you know, we got some hustle into the game. I thought OG made some really dynamic hustle-type plays that got us into the open floor. And I think once we got some easy baskets, that triggered a lot of things for us.
Coach, you gave the challenge with 8:21 left in the fourth and only left you with 1 timeout. What was the thought there in terms of?
Yeah, it's tight right there. Yeah, you know, you want to, you know, you'd like to have 2, but just where the way the flow of the game was and where we were, it felt like we needed to do that.
McBride has never, I mean, he played sparingly last year in the playoffs, but he's never really come into the playoffs with this large of a role. Does it cross your mind going into it, like you just wonder if he's going to be ready?
No, not really. Just because, like, it's, you know, if you're looking at it from the outside, you don't see like the work that he does every day, and then every time he's gotten an opportunity, he's responded well. And so, you know, and there's things that he does that you know will translate. The defense is always going to be there. The hustle is always going to be there. And his shooting, he's done an incredible amount of work on his shooting, and it shows. And so, credit to him. He's worked extremely hard, and you know, he's got great versatility because he can guard multiple positions.
Well, with Bogey, obviously before the Pistons stretch that he had, he played some significant minutes with the Jazz on a playoff bound team. Does that factor into your mind? His play?
Well, I think experience is important. You know, like you learn from that. That's, you know, trial and error is a big part of it. Like it's a great question about Deuce. Like he's going through it, so each experience that he's had is pushed him further down the road. And I think even with your veteran players, the more games they play in, the more they can draw upon that from past experience, but also knowing that each season's different, each game is different, and we know we have to do a lot better in the next game.
Mitch seems to...
How much do you stress offensive rebounding when you're talking to your team, and how much is it just the makeup of your roster that these guys just
yeah,
what they do?
And it's a great, probably both, you know, like in the sense that we prioritize that in what we look at, and then we feel like rebounding. You know, when we lost Julius, that was one of the things, and we did it even when we had Julius. We always say defend, rebound, low turnover. Those 3 things will put you in position to win. So the nights in which we're not shooting well, we feel like that's an opportunity to get us, you know, give us a chance, and also understanding the value of shots. So we always say the layups, the free throws, and the open threes. And so oftentimes we're getting to the bonus early because we're getting fouled on it, right? And then the kick out's giving us the 3, and then sometimes it's the kick out, swing, and the drive that gets us to the free throw line. And I think our team has a good understanding of that.
it's especially encouraging considering how
Yeah.
he was able to sustain it.
Yeah, and I said this early, like, so the whole, like, month of April, we looked at his, like, okay, he's got to work his way back. Obviously, when you're out as long as he's been, and he's done a great job putting the work into it. In each game, you can see his timing's coming around. Those were 2 big free throws he hit late, but also to be able to battle and, you know, be physical and, you know, move his feet and just anchor the defense, the block shots, the offensive rebounding. It's huge.
You mentioned Maxi's speed pregame. I mean,
Yeah.
he's like a blur out there.
Yeah,
What can you do?
yeah.
Is there anything you can do?
Yeah, you know, really, in many ways, he's an offense unto himself. So we got to take care of that with our team, and you know, and it's not just him. It's, you know, you're dealing with Embiid as well, and Oubre and Harris, and, you know, Lowry, and then Hill comes in, and Batum. So it's a deep and talented team.
You mentioned him at the start. What did you think when you saw the injury, and also what kind of player I guess you saw him in the second half difference?
Yeah, just, you know, and the thing is, it's like, look, you can't win an MVP without being a great player. So he's, you know, we know how good he is, and, you know, when he goes down, you always, you know, you're thinking the guy's coming back. You don't think he's staying out. So, and, you know, that's what we anticipated.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.